Hey guys, good afternoon. Is it afternoon? Probably. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Hopefully, yeah, it's like 3 p.m. Shows you how ingrained in trying to make audio settings work I've been. And now I'm going to do some practice for next weekend's DNLS on iRacing at the Nürburgring. I'm going to be driving the BMW M4 GT3 for the first time. I'm just going to quickly check that the stream is working. Yeah, cool. You can hear. Let's just check if the music works in the background as well. Looks like all the overlays are working, and I'll just get cracking basically and do some laps. So you can chat to me on the way. I'll pause and after each couple of laps or so, I'll check the chat. And if you've got any questions or anything, just let me know. Hey Arno, thanks for watching. You said I'm only streaming this because Arno Tine in France said that he would be interested in watching some of this. So don't feel like you have to sit and watch it all. But let's see what this new car is like. This isn't even a car in real life yet. This is only a prototype on iRacing, but it will be a car in real GT3 racing very soon. Right, let's get the cable out of the way. I've got a newly reinforced VR cable. I don't know if you can see this. In fact, if I switch to the wide angle view, you can see. Look at this. So it is, because this cable broke recently, it started making the headset cut out. I had to get a new one. And I've wrapped the cable in lots of layers of stuff to stop it ever bending too far, and they're like, therefore damaging the cable. So the whole thing looks a bit messy, but it's hopefully it means it's never going to break. But anyway, this is going to be its first proper run, so let's give this a try. So we'll get rid of OBS. We'll go back inside iRacing, and just before I start, Arno, just let me know if this all sounds all right and you're happy with this. We've got full fuel. Hopefully, I'll tell you what, I'll just jump in the car properly. We can see whether this if this looks correct. I need to really clean my headset, but we'll just go with it for the moment. Check the sound is okay. Can you hear the car? Can you still hear me? Check all that's okay. And if we're happy with all that, I'll get cracking. I'll do some practice. Let's see if we've got any comments. Oh, we need to turn the music off. Let's definitely turn off the music. You don't need music whilst I'm driving around. There we go. I think we can hear the car. So let's go with it. So, cold tyres and a new car. Now the VR headset cable keeps getting stuck. That's going to be a pain. I'll have to fix that. Whoa, okay. That was a lot more slippery than I expected. On the entire circuit, that's probably the best place you could spin. Because there's really nothing to hit. Need to think of a way to hook this VR headset so it's not constantly snagging. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this little cut through, and the way this works in iRacing, if I reset here, it puts me at the top of the Dottinger Her. There must be a way I can try to make it so I'm not damaging the headset cable by bending it, but also it needs to not keep getting caught on the edge of the chair. So I need some... this is about the right angle. I just need something around about here on the chair that hooks it up and stops it getting caught. But for the moment, we'll just go with it. Nice detail in the mirrors. Right, we need to turn down the force feedbacks. It's a little bit heavy at the moment. So any comments on the live stream are welcome. Camera positioning, sound levels, any additional graphics you'd like to see, all very, very welcome. Still quite a lot of oversteer at the moment, so I'm not sure whether that's track conditions or whether the rear tyre is just not up to temperature yet. So we'll be a little bit careful on this lap. Damage is obviously turned on. You see it's quite twitchy, this car. We're going to have quite a heavy balance of performance applied at DNLS, because I think this car is pretty quick. I think we're going to have a big weight penalty and a power reduction. Working out the best way to adjust this headset cable. So hopefully... Oh, whoa! Did everybody else just see the rear suddenly let go there? We were lucky to keep out of the barriers. Wow, that just snapped. So at a guess, I'd say that we've got maybe too much rear camber. Or certainly too much for these temperatures, these tyre temperatures, because what seems to be happening is everything feels fine, and then the moment you lean on the rears, you know, you really commit through a fast corner, and the tyre rolls over onto a part that it hasn't been using, suddenly it snaps. So it's like you suddenly lean over onto a cold bit of rubber, and then it lets go, as you saw back there up at Metzgersfeld. Yeah, this headset cable needs sorting because every time I try and turn my head, it snags on something behind the seat, which is a massive pain in the backside. So I need to slow down a little bit more there for muck curve. So I had to back out on the exit. Again, another mid-corner oversteer moment. So we'll do this little run, couple of laps, and then I'll try and sort out a solution for this headset cable. Because you really want free head movement. You don't want to be restricted by the cable getting stuck in the seat every 2 seconds. I need to hold it out here somewhere. I just found a temporary solution there. Hooking it around my arm. Right, so let's turn the force feedback down a bit more. It really is trying to rip my arms off. So not a particularly fast first lap here. Okay, I think I might have just found a solution for the VR headset. So obviously remember we had a big off on this lap, so it's not going to be a very quick lap. Let's do another. Real tight line through here is always the best. Little breathe off the throttle as you go through that right-hander. Use a bit of the exit curb. Lots of inside curve through here. Try and carry as much speed down to the back straight here as possible without understeering wide. Tough to get through that chicane without an off track. We managed it that time. Careful at the apex here over the crest. And now the key is to remember where you lost time on the previous lap and try not to do it again. Whoa! Massive sudden snap of oversteer there. Completely at random. So I need to sort that out on the setup. Okay, so roughly half a second up on the previous lap at the moment. We need to be down in the 8-minute 2s and below, I think, to be actually quick. Missed the curb there. But I'm scared because the rear is so unstable. I don't want to commit hard to some of these apexes. So this is where we went off last time. So what I did differently was I was just more careful. I went in slower, lifted off the throttle more gradually. See again, oversteer on the entry. As you come off the throttle and the weight shifts. Whoa, another massive moment of oversteer. Like, random oversteer. That does not happen with any of the other GT3 cars I've driven on here. So there is definitely a setup issue here we need to fix. You can't have the car just letting go when you've had 2 laps to warm it up. Like, you need to be able to commit to some of these corners and not just suddenly be sideways mid-corner for no reason. Right, we're going to slow down a little bit earlier this time. Oh, even... Okay, so that's wrecked the car. Even an early lift, we still had horrible understeer mid-corner through McCurver. Okay, well, it's a good chance to stop and say hello to Arno on the chat. Let's just watch that back. And you can see, if we just watch that in slow-mo, you just see the mid-corner understeer begins. And then we are headed straight to the wall. So there. That's the point. You see, it just kind of begins to wash out. So we turn in, everything's okay. Then see, the steering lock stays the same. This is really, really interesting, right? So if you look at the driver's steering lock, turn in, keep the lock there, but watch the front of the car just washes out. And by that point, it's too late. You're already on the marbles, you're already on the dirt, and you're off. You see the kind of damage that did? That'd be pretty significant in a race if that happens. So, to avoid that, obviously. And then, that's a lot more significant. Right, we'll go back to the pitch. Let's just load the correct liveries as well. So, Paul Handy and Arno. Hey, guys. So is the sound level alright? Is everything okay? Can you hear and see everything alright? Let me just turn it up, see if I can hear. Pretty significant. To get through that chicane without an off track. We managed that. Yeah, I think it seems to be working, doesn't it? So, Right. Let's just try again. Oh, can I do anything like this cable? Maybe it could... Maybe the cable could sit in the front of the seat. That could work. Yeah, I think I found a solution. I put it around in the front of the seat and then it doesn't really snag. So the predicted time ended up as a 8:04. We didn't get a chance to do the final few sectors, so... Whoa, it is terrible on cold tyres. This is just an outlap to get to the Dottinger Her anyway. Yeah, it's not forgiving, but give you that. We've got the ghost car on here to compare with, so that'll be useful. I have to try and get through the chicane without getting it off track now. Yeah, managed it. So it seems so far that this car rewards very gentle inputs. Early braking. It doesn't like you crossing over the braking and the steering on the way into the corners. It wants you to be off the brakes before you make that turn. Very, very little trail braking. And there is like a weird loss of front grip when you're in the middle of the fast corners. So you have to account for that, like when we had that crash at Muck Curve. We're going to have a similar thing here. I'm going to go a bit slower, because midway through we lose it. Okay, so if you really treat this car gently, and you're super, super careful on the way into each of the corners, it rewards you a lot. Look how much quicker we are on this lap, just from trying to be more careful, more gentle. Now I need to try and make it through Muck Curve without hitting the barrier this time. There we go, look. And see, on the fastest time before, I had to back off on the exit. So we've gone ahead of the ghost car there. Knew I'd lost the rear on the entry. Oh! Oh! Somehow kept out of the wall. I knew the rear was going away as we went down on the entry to S-Pack there. And I just had to hang on and hope. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, this isn't going to be a particularly quick lap now because of that. But we've managed to somehow keep out of the wall. I would have considered that a win in a race if that had happened. Because we managed to get no damage and live to fight another day. And somehow, still a quarter of a second up on the previous best lap. Or previous best optimal lap. But I lost about 2 seconds. Whoa! So I said the lap time we were looking for as like a, you know, a race pace lap time, I think in these conditions, it's about an 8-minute 2. And if you look at down at the optimal time down the bottom left, we would have been on for an a low 8-minute 2 without that massive moment coming down into where was it? Was it S-back? Exit of S-back into Brunchen. Let's try again. So an 8-minute 3.1 even with that. Too deep into turn 1. You see again, I went in too quick. The rear started to move, and then it lent on the traction control all the way through that right-hander. So we lost half a second. Take some more liberties through here. It was an off track, but you can get away with some of them in the race. Oh, too quick into there. Into T13. So claw back a 10th on the ghost car there. Through Hats and back. Got another 10th there through Svedenkreuz into Arenberg. Lost a little on the exit there of Adenauer Forst. You cannot go fast into Metzgersfeld. As I tried there, immediately lost time, lost the rear, lost a couple of tenths. And again, horrible, horrible mid-corner in miss, hit, miss. And obviously we've done some damage there, so that's that run toast. But, so what I've learnt on that run is you cannot push. The moment you push, you run wide. So it really, really rewards just keeping within the limits. Just early four-wheel drift. So you turn in, And it just already four-wheel drifting, wider and wider and wider, onto the marbles, onto the dirt, into the wall. I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world in a race to carry on like that. I think, yeah, look, you can see the damage on the front left. But, oh. Let's have a little look at the, let's look at the save at Brunchen on the last lap. Don't know how we didn't crash there. That was about as close to a crash as you'll ever see. Oof. Look at the little driver. The little virtual driver absolutely need an underwear change. Cool exhaust, that, isn't it? Look at that. Last view. Right, whilst I'm in here, just going to change a couple of little graphics settings to make it... So we don't need... Okay, we haven't got dynamic tyre data. I think we've actually got it on the settings we want, to be honest. That's the only difference. We can have the little in-car cam as well. Cool, right, let's just have a little look at the live chat. Might go make a cup of tea, come back up and do some more. Sound is fine. Cool. Hi, Falco. Hi, Steve Greenwood. And thanks, Paul. Thanks for that. Right, so what I'll do, I'll go make a coffee. I'll pause the stream, and I'll be back. This isn't really a thing intended for people to sit and watch and you know, have a really exciting time. This is just, I'm just streaming because I can stream, and I'm just doing some casual practice for next weekend. So we'll try and knock that time down to what 8:01 in the next run. So let's just change to the wide angle view. Put the music on. I'll be back in a moment. In fact, let's make a little thing that says back in a minute. What font should we use? Let's try this. Alright, back soon making tea. Maybe we need to make that a different font. Not a very nice font, is it? Let's go for that one. Right. I'll leave the VR here. Found a good place for it now. I'll be back in 5 minutes with a cup of tea. We'll do some more Nürburgring. Enjoy my new playlist I've just made for the stream. Need to turn that music up a bit when it's right, let's go. Okay, the tea is made, but it's way too hot to drink. Do some Nürburgring laps. So, the music should turn off now. Let's see if it does. No, it didn't. I don't think it did. Okay, let's manually do it then. There we go. Oh, one sec, my granddad is calling me. This is my granddad on the phone. Right, let's do a couple more laps. See if we can get an 8:01 this time. Let's check the view is correct. Okay, so the lessons we learned in that first couple of runs were be gentle, basically. And this car seems to like that. So we'll just nip through to the top of the Dottinger here. Have another run. So a little trivia fact for those of you who don't already know this. It's quite well known in the sim racing world now. The steering wheel on the screen you can see there, so the real life BMW steering wheel. That's, you see it's got Fanatec written on top of it, who make sim racing steering wheels. The real steering wheel in the GT3 car is the sim racing steering wheel. You can take it off and use it on the simulator, and you can take the sim Fanatec wheel off if you have one of these and use it in the real GT3 car, which is a bit crazy. I do believe it's very, very expensive steering wheel though, which is understandable. Good marketing though. You can see whether I'm quicker or slower than my optimal best by the green or red writing at the top of the screen. Oh, got a little bit too deep into the hairpin there, lost a lot of time. Lost nearly 3/10. Gained one of those tenths back. Really have to just caress this car around. Great practice for real life racing at the Nürburgring though. Don't get away with any mistakes. Oh, a little bit deep, but we've just survived. Too much curb, but just how it kept it on track. Whoa, massive random oversteer again for no reason. In a different place this time. Oh, that's annoying. Lost quite a lot of time there because of that. We can dial that out of this car. It's going to be so much quicker. So it's momentum oversteer on the way in. And then like aero loss understeer mid-corner. We can fix those things. It's going to be really, really fast. There we go again. You see that slight momentum oversteer on the way in. So we're half a second off the optimum. So that should still be a low 8-minute 2, maybe. Maybe even an 8:01. Which would be the best I've done. Certainly with a fuel load. Right, let's go for another one. Yeah, so 8:01.8. I'm pretty pleased with that, considering it was not a great lap. Too deep into the second part right now, fast. That's really ruined my exit. And you can see we're now 7-8 tenths down. It was actually pretty good up over the crest at the top of Foxhole. Into Adnav Force, and I ruined it going a bit too deep. So we gained quite a lot through the final couple of sectors there, didn't we? So now the predicted time is down to an 8:06. Now, I don't know what the track conditions are like. We're going to have to look at that in a minute. I don't think they're like super amazing track conditions, but I think they're pretty good. But we do have a full tank of fuel. So, yeah, let's see. If we can get down in the low 8-minute ones, I'll be happy with that for today. What did we do? What did we end up with? 8 minute 1.3. I'm pleased with that. I think that's a decent time. I might even just leave it at that for today and let that sink in. Maybe do some more tomorrow, unless we do an absolutely storming Sector 1 now. Don't know if you remember, we were actually 8/10ths down on that time in the middle of the lap, and we clawed it all back nearly by the end of the lap. And bear in mind, that's a race pace time with no slipstream. I've not driven this car before, so... And just for reference, I mean, again, track conditions will be very different, probably. But I think my race pace in the last race was like 8 minutes 4 or 8 minutes 5 with the Mercedes. So I know we're going to get balanced performance applied. So it's not quite as rosy as it looks. But it's a good start anyway. To be several seconds quicker than I was doing in the last car at DNLS, so I'll take that. Right, we'll do a pit lane entrance practice. In case I need to come in. Oh, actually, we won't be coming in here. We'll be coming in off the Nordschleife, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, it's so nice here. Where's our pit man? Can't see him, but we'll... Oh, there he is. Cool. Right, okay, live stream. What we're going to do... I'm not actually going to cut it just there, but I'm going to stop driving. I'm going to go back. Oh, hello. There's someone walking in the room. I hope that's Becca and not a burglar. Okay, it's Becca. That's fine. She's home. So just going to look back on that lap before I end this stream. But yeah, I was quite pleased with that. Let's have a little watch back. We hang the VR up. What are you up to, Becca? You just tidying up my stuff? My clothes are disappearing off the door. Right, here we go. So, I think I can change cameras and stuff. Here we go. Right, so let's go with... Let's go for a nice camera. Go with that one for the moment. One of these buttons is play. Haven't got the Stream Deck working just yet for this. Right, here we go. Review. Checking this is working. See if we've got any questions whilst I'm there. Check the sound level as well. You guys hear me? I think it's working. I think the car's louder when you're watching the replays. That's the problem. Oh, what was the track temperature? Let's have a look. Probably quite cool. 27 degrees. Yeah, I think that's probably why it was quite so fast. Ah, right. Okay, that is just the lap that we just did. So it's lap 6 we need. Let's fast forward past there. Onto the Nordschleife. Right, here we go. So it is quite cool track temp. Look at the suspension travel there. You can hear the backfiring from the exhaust. Sounds mega. So nothing particularly bad happened in this first 2/3 of the lap. It was just slightly too slow in a few places. Down into Foxhole. Nürburgring looks very cool in this sunlight, doesn't it? Bit of oversteer there into hit miss. Nicely hitting the apex there, rear siphon. So I'm driving with a different team in DNLS this time. So obviously a different car, as you can tell, the BMW. Different team as well. So looking forward to that. It's going to be exciting. Thanks for watching, Falco and Steve, and Paul and Arno. Obviously don't have very many viewers for this because I haven't actually posted it anywhere. And it is just a... oh, that was close. That was very, very close. It's just a test stream. In fact, can I rewind? Let's go behind. We see just how close that was. So I'm pretty sure on the exit of this corner, I touched the grass and very nearly crash. Let's have a little look. So you see that little moment of understeer, mid-corner, run wide. Definitely on the grass, you can see it being kicked up at the back there. Oof. Learning how to use these replay keys. You don't want to do this very often because that could have very nearly been in the barrier. Look at that view. Oh my goodness. That's cool. You can see the castle in the distance there. curb there on the right. That's nice. How close do we get to the curb here on the entry to S-Back? Yeah, it's just right. On the inside here. Not quite as close. Bit sideways in the middle. Did we come off the floor? I think so. Let's see if we just rewind that. Do a little slow-mo. How do we slow-mo? There we go. Different view. See if we can do a view where it might show us if we come off the floor. Not sure how we can tell if we came off the floor. Maybe we can see from the rear. That one. Not quite, I don't think. Anyway, continue. So we're nearly at the end of this little review of that fast lap. Look at the way the car's bouncing around down the Dotting Her. The bumps are definitely modelled very accurately. Look at that. Right, guys, I think we'll leave it there. We'll leave you a little teaser of DNLS for next weekend, and then we'll play the adverts, and I'll see you in the week for some more practice. Thanks for watching, everyone.